Hello and welcome again to another episode of Schnozzcast. Your host tonight, Bob, Cory, Nick, and Todd. Cory Slesky, how are you?
You know what, buddy? My tip of the week, do not get into a fight with poison ivy. That's all I got for you.
I can't wait for your tip next week.
I could go without ever hearing about Cory's tip again, so.
Put my tip right in your mouth.
Nick, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, buddy?
Good. Todd, how are you, sir?
I am fantastic, sir.
Excellent, fellas. Let's get this the housekeeping out of the way. So if you are new to the podcast, where have you been all this time? Please stick around. If you want to catch previous episodes, you can find us on the streaming services. Yes, Cory.
And if you're also new to the podcast, you can check out our personal Instagrams for the show if you look in above our names right there now.
Except for mine, because I've never logged into it.
Apparently,
it does exist.
Apparently, Nick doesn't check his.
I guess not check. I know I did. It's just associated with my Facebook.
Let's let the internet weigh in on this.
Yeah.
And they're going to crush your Instagram account with mail and requests and dick pics, and you're going to be forced to remember your password, reset it, and go back in and actually be on Instagram.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to start using it.
Yeah, the internet has decreed. So, old episodes you can find out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, Pandora, Audible, anywhere you can get a podcast. You can also follow us on social media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Schnozzcast. You can email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com if what you want to say is more than 30 characters, or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, at 618-SHOCKER.
On the Shocker line, ready for your calls and questions.
Shocker,
baby.
Yeah, so Cory put in a considerable amount of effort, to the surprise of everyone, in beautifying the splash screen.
It looks pretty good now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of crone over there, and we're giving you a lot of credit.
Yeah.
And we got a new camera set up. Everyone has their own camera now.
Yep.
Look at this. He might be short, but he hustles.
Faster than you.
That's how short people make it in this world, Todd. They hustle.
See, Todd, we can even do cool stuff like this now, too.
Did you just remove his camera?
No, Todd's still on there.
Oh, okay.
Todd,
Put me at the bottom, though.
Cory's made for feed, not speed.
Can't get by on looks alone. They got to go with hustle. So, gentlemen, we have been here for we took a little bit of a break. So
Hiatus.
Yes, but we're back due to Hollywood studio trickery that Cory and Nick and Bob and Todd that you've seen over the past week or two have been. Okay, I thought you were looking for a drop that was going to go along with my description.
Yeah, we're finally back. It's been a while.
I feel like that sound goes for a lot of things.
It does.
It does.
Yeah, we're back.
Internet trickery.
It's the future. This happened in the past.
Yep.
But yeah, we're all excited to be back. I think we're all really looking forward to tonight because it's the week I think has been rough for most folks work wise. Mm-hmm. And then extracurricular activities. Cory's got dealing with some how should we describe this? Some
noxious weeds.
Some of the old poison ivy.
He was attacked by a Batman villain, and
I could only wish.
his face got all puffy and gross.
Dude, honestly, this is the best my face has been in 3 days.
Did you not take pictures?
No, I don't think I did.
No one took a picture.
No, I FaceTimed Danielle, and when just seeing her reaction, I was like, shit, yeah, it's pretty bad.
I didn't want to say anything. You look hideous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, if it was worse, God help her.
My one eye was swollen shut.
How about your face, though?
I can tell.
My lips were all, I had Beyonce lips.
I was just going to ask, is the swelling going to go down your lips soon?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, good.
Well, Danielle might be enjoying those puffy lips now.
Todd, they were too tender to do anything with, buddy.
Tender lips.
Oh, Cory reminded me to send you a TikTok that I saw. We might have to have some discussion on it. Todd Dillon, you've also been busy making some travel plans. I understand.
I have.
which means the rest of us lucky folks in Michigan are going to get to be graced with your presence once again.
We'll be bringing the crew out and coming out to Michigan in a couple of weeks because it looks like I will be in for Tawas this year.
All right.
Oh, man,
That's what I'm talking about.
If you're new to the show and you've not heard us, wax philosophical and rhapsodic about Tawas, we've told a bunch of stories, some good, some funny, some touching. Cory and Daniel got engaged up in Tawas, and it's just become an annual thing. And Todd lives out on the other side of the country, holding down the fort, protecting us from the Ruskies, and we're gonna be vulnerable for just a few days while he abandons his post and flies all the way over to Michigan. Going to join us to do a little bit of kayaking, a lot of drinking, some potential barbecuing. I mean, if Todd's there, I'm assuming that the barbecue game has now been stepped up quite a bit.
Ratcheted up a couple notches, I see.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Although I'm sure Nick's got game.
Whoa.
Just by the sheer number of barbecue grills on Todd's porch, I don't see how any of us can compete.
No, I agree with that. I think that the food game, culinarily speaking, is going to go up.
Oh, you're going to have to raise your game too because Todd's there?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm fighting an uphill battle, like with you guys, because you're like, yeah, let's have some hot dogs and hamburgers, like every night. And
Whoa.
That's basically.
Hold on.
Let's go out to eat.
Hold on a minute.
Basically, nothing goes on the grill but hot dogs and hamburgers.
Hold on a minute.
As far as they're concerned. Other than that, there's 8,000 snack items, and we end up not having enough room to take them all home, and then we go out to eat every night.
I'll have you know, sir, I get my hamburgers at 6 a.m., well before everybody's awake.
Hang on.
Well is the operative term. You get well done hamburgers at 6 a.m.
No, they were delicious.
Todd,
or it was too early for me to really recognize what
Todd, just so you're aware, a seal or a dog did not lick me in the face to wake me up. I did not get woken up by the sunlight coming in and basking all over my face because we're so close to the beach. I was woken up by fire alarms going off at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning.
I was going to say that the hamburgers actually woke us up.
Yeah.
You didn't get that. You didn't get it before we were awake. They woke us.
Yeah.
I walked into the hallway and cumulus clouds of smoke were going down the hallway. And somebody, names will not be said, had a big smile on her face while she was cooking hamburgers like it was not a big deal.
Look, that smell that woke you up was the stench of love, boys. That's what you do for someone that you really care about. You get up at the crack of fucking dawn, and you grab your Gorton's Walmart hamburger patty and you throw it in the grill because that's what love's all about.
And speaking of that devil, she's very excited for Todd coming on the trip this week. I wish it was this week.
Yeah, I don't think
this year
mentioned it to her yet. So surprise!
Yeah.
Hey,
she's in the room.
No, it's not true. I mentioned it to her earlier today, and I did say, "So Todd, did you get a room? Were they having any openings?" Okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
Are you sleeping like with the caretaker in the shed behind the main office, or do they give you an actual room?
No, but I think I opted for the non-kitchenette, whatever that is.
No, yeah.
Okay.
So I guess that's the better question. So you got a cottage to yourself, or you got a room across the street? Cottage to yourself?
Got a cottage to myself.
All
Yep.
right.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. How are you? Did they tell you the number of your cottage? You don't have to share that with the internet.
All I'm looking forward to.
Everyone's going to rush up to Tawas.
all I'm looking forward
Where's room number 8?
Todd.
Dude, if he's in number 8, that's going to be amazing.
Todd, hear me out.
Sorry, Todd.
Todd, hear me out. So before I decided that, or before I self-diagnosed myself with acid reflux, and for a year I was nauseous every fucking day and always had to go to the bathroom. Didn't know what the problem was. Ended up taking omeprazole. It all worked out. But during this time, there were 5 of us in one fucking place sharing one bathroom. And so I am
When you say it that way, it makes it sound like we're all in the bathroom together.
Nope.
I want to be clear.
And so,
that was not
I am
case.
very excited, even though I'm all good now. I'm very excited that there's one more bathroom. There's 3 bathrooms. 3 bathrooms.
Well, that depends. Todd may say, "Fuck you." It's if I'm inside, you know.
But this doesn't even matter because it doesn't.
Cottage is a rocket.
I don't have issues.
Knocking.
There's no issues anymore. There's no nausea. But every time I would set my alarm for 30 minutes, and I'd keep waking back up. Light on, door shut. Light on,
Still going
door
to the
shut.
bathroom.
And every time it was Cory. Lori and Bob and Danielle were fine. They'd go in like normal people and use the bathroom and they'd leave. Cory would stew.
I like to take 4 shits.
Cory would stew for like an hour and 10 minutes, and it would be dead silent. Nothing is happening in that bathroom. Nothing. There's not a pop or a creak. There's no audible noises.
It's my quiet time of the day.
Your quiet time. What?
Yeah.
You don't do it. What else do you do that is loud? You don't surround yourself with big crowds. You don't.
You and Bob.
I will say
it's enough of a crowd.
No.
I have to stick up for Cory. When I do go, sometimes I can take a detour. I've been known to play a whole game of Monopoly on the pot.
See, exactly. You linger sometimes. You get caught up in a game, or
You slide that little dog
media?
underneath the door and say, "Move me over to
Exactly.
Avenue."
That's where I look at my Instagram.
I let him.
Thank you, Todd.
I let him go though, and until it was an emergency, and then I was like, "Hey man, I really got to get in there." And he's like, "All right, no problem." And he would, within 2 seconds, he'd walk right out. I'm like, "What are you doing in there?" It's
my quiet time.
There wasn't even like pull up pants time. He just like opened the door and he was fully clothed. He's like, "Yeah, okay, go in." I'm like, what were you doing?
I can't hate on him. I think we sound very similar in that regard.
It's just like a Christmas Story. The one place a man can go to think.
I have to ask: Is Lori in the room right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to. So this question is probably for Nick and for Lori then, because I don't think Danielle's listening.
No,
you
don't think? Come on.
She's watching, how to trap a serial murderer or something.
Yeah.
Did you do what I did, where if I knew that Cory was the one who was in the bathroom before I was going in there, I would walk in and shut the door, and I would just stand there and take a second to just kind of like take stock of what was like. Is there anything? Does it look like there's anything here that I shouldn't be touching? Does anything look askew? So just take stock of the surroundings, because Cory had just been there for
cameras or something.
No, like he'd been in there for 30 to 60 minutes, and I have no idea why he was in there that long.
You can take the 30 and just throw it right out the window. There ain't no 30 to 60.
Did you do the same thing where you're like, okay, let me just take a look around and make sure that
I went straight for the bath. It was 8 days of drinking when I had already daily nausea from acid reflux. So you can imagine I was not having any time to do anything.
So it could have been the Wolfman in that bathroom before you got in. You're like,
I could care less.
Right to the okay,
dude.
This is just me,
dude. There's fucking sand on the floor. There's fucking hairs all over the white sink. There were hairs all over the sink. There was little fucking pieces of fucking chaw all over the. And I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck.
Todd, you know this because you've been in the bathroom in the Ticas, so you know exactly what state that bathroom is in.
I know that's horrible.
Yeah,
that's why I get my own place.
You know what? That's a smart move. It's a smart move.
I thought of that too, but then my bank account disagreed. No, hold on there, buddy.
You're gonna get your own couch though. It's gonna be amazing.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
He has his own bedroom.
Does he really?
Yeah, it's a 2-bedroom.
Dude, I wouldn't be going up to sleep on a couch. I'm not Joe.
So if the only place for you to sleep is a couch, you would not go?
If the only place for me to sleep was a couch, I would just have to muster up and save more money and get my own place.
Okay. So you like get a second job, start tending bar at night?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe knock over a fruit stand?
Yep.
All right.
The old fruit stand knockover.
I think that there's some debate going on here. So Dylan, like Cory and I, sometimes linger. He gets into a little handheld Yahtzee. But Lori seems to think that you only go in there to do what you need to do and then get out. Now,
well, that's the way it should be.
That's where all my social media happens, is in there.
Right. So she's saying that's the way it should be.
If there wasn't bathroom time.
Yeah.
She says make it just in and out.
Dude.
I think we're probably split right down the middle.
Here's the thing though. I'm with you. I'm with you and Cory. I'm single and I live by myself. Bathroom time is very important. It's where you chill, you sip on your coffee, you look at your phone, and you just let things flow.
You also do it all with the door wide open because you have no kids and you live by yourself. So it's a totally different experience for you.
And you're just like...
You're probably also cooking a steak on the stove while you're on the shitter. Like, there's all sorts of crazy things going on while you're in the bathroom.
No, dude, the toilet paper, the iron toilet paper dispenser, if you turn it clockwise a little bit down to the 6th position, folds out into a spider burner. But no, so I completely understand that, I have to ease into my day like an old man into a hot bath, but not when you're in a 150 square foot cottage with 5 people. You have to be like, okay, do I really need to sit here this long? We have all been drinking. Let's let someone else in here.
You've got great toilet etiquette, sir.
I do. And in that circumstance, yeah. Get your shit done and get the fuck out. One bathroom.
Agreed.
Cory was like,
it should be.
Cory said, I refuse to believe that, and I choose violence. That's all he thought that day.
Exactly.
And that day was 8 days.
I did want to share this from Jack. He sent me a text. A new podcast pitch. So the new podcast pitch is all 4 of us crammed into a small shower, right?
I think I'm going to walk away.
And we're going to discuss whatever topics we're going to discuss. But if somebody uses a secret word that's selected before the podcast starts, then the shower turns on for the rest of the podcast and we have to finish.
I'm confused.
Say that again.
Your thoughts. So new pitch for a new format for the podcast. All 4 of us cram into a small shower to discuss our topics. But if somebody uses the secret word that is selected at random by a neutral party before the podcast, then the shower turns on for the rest of the show. Your thoughts?
So we're getting wet and casting?
That's right.
I'm fine with that, I guess.
Okay, so we got 1 yes. Todd?
I think it's silly. How's it going to work for me?
I'm going to call that a maybe. Nick?
I think Nick's out.
I'm going to call it Nick's
Unless
out.
we're naked.
This is a one-time deal, Bob? Clarifying question.
Well, it depends on the ratings. What if this is the thing that puts us over the top and all of a sudden the advertisers start rolling in, Spotify starts courting us?
Dude, we do it naked. I can just put some blurs on the screen.
Sure.
I don't think you got enough blur for this.
Oh, Nick would be hard.
I thought you didn't hear the question.
Nick would be hard so quick that
That was a good
I
one.
didn't have much else after that.
I feel like hard would probably be the secret word.
Okay, so I don't know where you're thinking that this is my only problem is the logistics of this. Obviously, we'd be in bathing suits.
So the idea of being in the shower on the internet with your podcast co-host, not a problem. It's your issue is with the shower configuration.
Right, yeah, because my shower sucks,
I got to buy a
here.
whole shower for myself.
Yeah, how do we sync up these two showers?
In the shower.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is something we could set up like a PVC shower outside while it's summer and do that. Like, I don't want you guys cramming in my shower.
How do we remote connect a shower head to a button that happens here in Michigan to turn on Todd's shower in Seattle?
Yeah.
Easily.
Exactly.
And how do we
I'm sure my Echo
that,
can do that.
How do we make sure that Todd gets permission from Mary to get 3 scantily clad girls to join him in that shower because we can't be there?
Todd's like
I think it'd only
Todd,
be
your
fair
thoughts?
if it was 3 other burly men that were in the shower with him.
I'm not interested in fair.
Oh, fair enough.
We all have to watch his podcast again when we're editing it for the next week. So I'd like to, give us a little something to talk about.
Yeah.
Think about how excited
fine.
Todd would be for the
Should be fine with
podcast.
it.
Should we be concerned that your son is recommending this to you?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's completely normal.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, you and your friends should all get in the shower together and broadcast it on the internet. Done.
I think we should go more jackassery. Then I kind of like the idea then now. Except for why don't we all just get a taser, and then if somebody says the secret word, they're going to tase themselves.
No, I think like in Practical Jokers, they have like the shock collars.
Murr? No, I thought he had it like
It was Sal. He had one on each like wrist, or they could do like
Didn't somebody have it on their balls, or am I thinking of another show?
That must be another show.
All right.
But yeah, we could do
Jackass.
We could do the shot collar
He said
thing.
jackassery. That's what it is. Thanks, Cory.
Yeah, I got shot. We have shot collars. We can all set it up, and if you say the secret word, you have to zap yourself.
Hey, speaking of secret words, are we ever going to do this mispronunciation jar?
Why would you say that?
I mean, I feel like we talked about it many weeks ago, and to date we don't have it. Does anybody have a?
I don't think it ever came to fruition.
An Utz pretzels jar or something that we could use?
I thought it was Oots or Utes.
You'd be wrong.
All right, guys, we have a shot sitting in front of us. Todd,
Hey,
if you could get a shot and do one with us, or a shot of beer.
Todd, you're not working late tonight, are you? I hope.
Not working late.
Woo!
I got my Jack Apple.
All right.
Look, what you do on your own time after the podcast is your business.
Your Jack
But
Apple.
what are you drinking?
Crown Apple. Sorry.
All right.
Crown Apple.
Sounds good. Guys, if you're listening to the show, this is your first time, we are a drinking podcast. We are also explicit, so hide the kids.
That means we're a drinking fucking podcast.
Go to your freezer, get something to drink. If you're not a drinker, fine, go smoke something. If you're not a smoker or a drinker, I don't know what to tell you. Go take 800
Go underneath the
aspirin.
bridge in the nearest large metropolitan city nearest your residence.
Do a shot of coffee like a pussy. I don't know what to tell
fistful
you.
of hundreds and see what you can get.
Fistful of dollars. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salute.
Yes.
Oh,
So
That's
wanna
the good stuff.
circle back to the in the shower thing real quick. Dylan
Yeah.
just mentioned something that he said the other day when we were over at my mom's house swimming, and I can't even remember how we got on the topic.
Wow, that feels weird on my leg.
Something along those lines.
that'd be a great name for the good name for the new podcast.
And he mentioned about getting into the shower with his work boots on to break them in.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You were there
yes,
for that,
I
yeah.
was, yes.
And I told him, like, you do what? He's like, well, you get in a shower and you just wear your work boots and they kind of mold to your feet.
He was 100% serious about it
And-
too. Like, I don't see what the problem is.
And I was like, hey, Dylan, by any chance, were the guys at work the ones that told you to do this? He's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, okay, they won.
Wouldn't that shrink them?
I mean,
Hot water?
I don't think it would really do too much to work boots,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah, because
Like-
they're like canvas.
There'd be shrinkage
like-
one way or the other. I don't know about the boots, but
you can, if you bake them, you're going to get a better. Like that's what
bake them.
you would do that. You would do that with hockey skates. You'd have them molded to your foot.
You
and
lost
you-
me. That's
and
right
you
over
would bake
my
them.
head. Yeah.
The shower, I remember there was guys in like high school that would, some of the freshmen, they would tell them like, oh yeah, if you want to break in your skates a lot better, just get in the shower butt naked and have your skates on. And then of course someone would do that and then there'd be pictures taken and all that. So I can.
why would you do that in the locker room at the rink?
Wouldn't that be a bit? Wouldn't that be a bit?
Because your mom would kill you for tearing up your home bathroom.
It'd be a little slippy on the tile.
You put your skate guards on
Right. Yes, of course.
and then you get in the shower.
And you wait till you
All
get
of
in
us
the
non-skaters
wait,
are like, yeah, skate guards.
wait till you get in the shower to lace them up.
Ooh, look at that.
My understanding.
Quite the tuft.
I've never played hockey, but yeah, Jack had new skates baked every time he got them, so it loosens up the material so that you can mold it to your feet, right?
Yeah.
I don't see
Hey,
why it wouldn't
Dylan
work
says
any
it
different.
works.
Yeah, he's very insistent that it works. He's like, oh, no more blisters. I think he's just saying that so he feels better about getting in the shower butt naked with work boots on.
I do think he
Yeah.
got. I think he got worked.
Holy shit! My buddy, Ryan Hobson just came in the room. He's a long, Hoppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on the show like in episode 15 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, he was.
Yeah. What's
What-
going on, Happy?
Dude, that's awesome. It's been a long time since I've
Yeah.
talked to him.
Yeah.
I thought Bob maybe thought he could talk back. He can't talk back.
Is he not watching the show? It's like,
What's
gonna-
going on,
Call
Hoppy?
Shocker line.
Hear me saying that. It's the spirit of it. Go fuck yourself.
Well, Hoppy, it has been a pleasure. Unfortunately, we can't hear you right now.
He said it was episode 12 he was on.
Well, I won't comment on that because apparently he's not going to hear me. So
Who is the guy? This has been in my head all day, and I could easily Google it, but I didn't want to.
Tom Jones.
No, that's
Steve Miller Band.
That's more unusual. No,
It's not unusual.
no, I know.
Up top, Cory.
I'm sorry. Did I not tee him up for that? Come on.
Good job, Nick.
Now
Good
you want
job.
me to thank you as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick.
Thanks, buddy.
Come here.
No, the guy from Full Metal Jacket, Ermey.
R-
What was
R-
his name? Murray.
No, go ahead. What was his
R.L.
name?
Ermey. What the fuck was his name?
Gunnery Sergeant Emery Lee.
No. Lee R. Ermey?
Lee Ermey was his name.
R. Lee.
I
Okay.
knew it was like a cartoon
Don't
name.
forget Gunnery Sergeant in front of it, sir.
Don't you dare.
With that, but R. Lee Ermey is his actual name.
But he was an actual Gunnery Sergeant.
No, I get it, but not while he was in the movie. He had a different name.
No, in the
I can't
movie he
remember
had a
what it
different
was.
name,
Right.
but his
Gunnery-
actual real life title.
Was he a master
But he's
gunnery
not in
sergeant?
credit.
Gunnery
He's
sergeant.
not in the
Gunnery
credits
sergeant.
as Gunnery Sergeant. Like, it's just
Gunnery
R. Lee
Sergeant
Ermey.
R. Lee Ermey. Well, that's really hard to say. And it was
You're
in
doing
my
great though.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
And it was in my head, and I'm like, God, I could easily Google this, but I'm like, this is really funny, just not Googling it and thinking it's like
And
Ermey
making it
Army.
up?
It kind of, to me, it kind of sounds like the magician guy.
David Copperfield?
No. Let him.
No,
yeah.
David Blaine.
No. Just let him.
What was his teller?
Go ahead.
Who's the other guy?
Yeah.
No,
There's Teller
partner.
and there's
I know it's Penn and Teller, right? Yeah, but what was it? Was like something else. It was. I didn't know his first name. Something Teller. I don't know. But then there was
the guy from the Riff.
Then there was the guy from the Riff who was.
Not in the magician duo.
No, I know.
Totally different guy.
That guy was the baby guy. What the fuck was it?
I love this so much. I don't want to.
Give me his
stop.
first name. Give me his first name.
It's not going to help you.
I know it will because I'll shift gears to that.
Arthur.
Oh yeah, Penn Teller.
No.
Arthur Penn and Teller.
Nope.
It was the same thing like
No,
that.
it's not the same thing.
It is the
I
same
thought that was the
thing.
point of you bringing it up, just to say they're different.
But no,
and here's
those three they get me really confused. The three get me very confused.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Lee R. Ermey. Dude, I'm telling you,
Oh man.
it's funnier if you don't look it up.
No, I totally. I was just talking with Lori about this today. There are some things that are very. They're self-deprecating.
Yep.
And you're like, it doesn't matter to me because the story is worth it. If it's funnier if it's self-deprecating humor. It's funnier if we're a bunch of jackasses.
I honestly don't know the guy's name from the Riff. I really don't. I think it's
Arthur
Penhallow?
I'm going to say this right now. Yeah, Todd just said it, but you're not.
Penn
gonna remember.
Teller. Is it Penn Teller?
Penhallow.
No, I refuse to believe that. It's not what I remember.
That is
what
true.
kind of name is
that is
Penn
true.
Hollow?
But I
it
refuse to
Penhallow?
remember that is also true. You don't remember it, and you refuse to remember the corrected version
Because it doesn't. No.
because it's funnier.
Moving
if you
on.
Get it wrong every time. Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
I'm 100% in favor of that.
And R. Lee Ermey.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not a name. That's like a cartoon
Cory,
name.
let's make sure we have this quiz next week.
I will
both of those
get it
names.
wrong. Trust me, I'll get it wrong. Who names who's like,
Actually,
oh,
forget about that. When we stop this podcast and then take a break and then do another episode, let's do it next episode.
What
You
parent,
won't remember it a
what
half hour from
parent
now.
is rocking a baby in a bassinet and it's like, this is our little Arlie Ermey.
Well, I'm
Whatever
sure the
fuck
R
his name
I'm sure the
is.
R stands for something that he shortened up because maybe there's somebody else already in the Screen Actors Guild who
Rodolfo.
had that same name. Maybe it was Rodolfo.
Rodolfo. Yes, that's our baby Rodolfo.
Maybe it was recidivist R. Lee Ermey, and it was really really difficult to say. Recidivist, repeat offender.
The thing that throws me off, I think, is that, and I know this is going on for way too long,
No, it is not. Keep
but
going.
the thing that throws me off is I need to probably tell myself that it's like J. Edgar Hoover kind of. It's not like Jay, J. Edgar Hoover. It's
not?
No. And no, it's not. Is it? No. So
Did you really second guess yourself on that? Jesus.
It's R. Lee. And I just say it as one name, like R. Lee.
But when you heard J.
R.
Edgar
Lee
Hoover,
Ermey.
did you also have a really hard time grasping? Like, are you saying Jedgar? What are you saying? Jedgar Hoover?
Edgar Hoover.
Was it an equally hard mountain for you to climb?
No.
Okay, so you got that one
this
real
is
quick.
This is a very
But Arlie
small
Ermey
niche
was really
of,
tough.
of names.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hoppy said Penn, Fraser, Gillette, and Teller.
Yes.
Yes.
100 times yes.
Penn Jillette is his full name. The other guy, I'm really not even
Penn
sure.
Gillette.
Yeah.
His full name is Penn Jillette, yeah.
Okay. All right. So now this is
Mind
really
blown.
This is blown my mind.
Yeah.
Hang on. Now I need to know what.
What Teller's first
Yeah.
name is? I'm not sure if they must have.
I also get
I want to say Arthur.
I also get Hall and Oates.
I hope it's Arthur, like Arthur Penhollow.
Isn't it like John Oates and
Daryl Hall and John Oates. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I get that confused sometimes.
But Penn Jillette, as part of the Penn and Teller magician duo, has never made a secret about his actual last name, but Teller is always just Teller.
The big guy was on Friends.
He's been in a bunch of shit. Yeah.
Yep.
And he's not so big anymore.
He's all over the place.
I think he lost like 150 pounds.
He had the lap band surgery.
Eating those gummies?
Did you see the guy?
I thought he was eating those Dr. Oz gummies.
Did you see the old Hispanic guy from Breaking Bad died?
The old Hispanic guy.
In the wheelchair. The bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, who blew up Gus Fring at the end of the...
Yep. He died.
Sorry, spoilers.
He died on the 3rd.
I did not know that.
Yep.
He was in a bunch of shit. Do you remember his name?
Oh, really?
We're not doing an official, like...
I would have said his name. I wouldn't have said the guy.
I didn't have a in memoriam thing set up for him.
Yeah.
Jesus, you got to let
Give
me
me a
know
little
these
heads
things.
up, Cory,
Yeah.
fuckers.
Cory, pan out and let's get the memoriam chair going. The memoriam chair.
And the music. We need the in memoriam
I could have had the
music.
GoPro on the
Rest in
chair.
peace, with his little picture next to him.
And a Rose sitting there.
All right.
I could get the skeleton back out
we'll
from
work on
Halloween.
it. Yes. Yes. Just
Raymond
take a picture, put it right.
Raymond Teller.
Is it Raymond?
Yes.
There you go. Raymond. There you go.
Wow. They don't ever say that.
No.
on the-
Never ever.
He only goes as Teller. It has to do with the artist protecting his acts, and pantomime that way is an act and nobody can copy it. Okay.
There
And
you go.
speaking of artists, I tried to get a picture for you guys the other day.
Yeah.
As I was traveling down 696, there was this white Jeep next to me, and on their back window, it just had the artist formerly known as Prince in huge letters, and then his symbol on their back window.
But don't those two things mean the same thing? You could have one or the other.
Yeah, you could, but why not do both, Bob?
Wait, hold on.
Why not do both?
'Cause that's stupid.
Exactly.
Hold on. Prince had
There's no overkill.
Prince had a symbol that meant
That's
him.
that's
Yeah.
that's what he turned into his name was a symbol.
That's so fucking stupid. Prince is awesome. I agree with Todd after
That's so stupid. Prince is awesome.
watching. No,
That fucking idiot. He's amazing.
He is awesome.
No. I agree that he was very musically inclined. He was very talented, but that is stupid. It was very fucking retarded. I mean, it was stupid. I'm sorry.
Well,
It was dumb. That was
Not for
dumb.
nothing.
What he's not. Why would you
hold
turn
on,
your name
hold
into a
on.
hieroglyph?
Hold on. Go ahead, Todd.
Well, so because what is the mission of capitalism? To make money. So he not only sold records under Prince, he sold under a symbol, and people have both, and those things are trademarked. It's all about money. It's about marketing. That's
Todd, you know,
even though it didn't resonate with you, dollars to donuts. There was dollars driving those decisions. It's not
Todd,
just a
you know,
kookery that
just
it looks
because
like.
Prince is in the sentence, you can disagree sometimes. You can just say like, yeah, that was dumb. I love everything about him, but that was stupid.
So
It's all marketing.
the way I understand it, and internet correct me. I love saying internet correct me because it makes it seem like there's way more people listening to us than there actually are.
Oh,
Internet correct me if I'm wrong, but my
There's
understanding
a dozen of them.
my understanding is that he was really really unhappy with his contract. He was contractually obligated to Warner Brothers to produce like another record or two, and they were really fucking around with him, and he just wasn't happy because either he didn't think they were living up to their end of the bargain or whatever. So he started writing the word slave on his cheek when he would do concert appearances. And then he decided he was going to change his name from Prince to just this symbol. And he didn't name the symbol. He didn't say it's pronounced like this. He just said, this is my name. Bam.
It's pronounced like Prince.
So can I ask you a question
they
real
could not, hold on. They could not
Guess not.
No, I feel like, let me finish the story and maybe to explain it. He wanted to make sure that they could not market his material without going through a whole bunch of extra bullshit. He's like, if you're going to market a Prince record, my name's not Prince anymore. Now it's this symbol. And so the artist formerly known as Prince is something that the media came up with because they couldn't pronounce the symbol, but they had to say something when they were talking about it like on MTV or on the news. So they started calling the artist formerly known as Prince.
No, what I was going to say was that, like, if he was contractually obligated somehow, or they had the rights to his name being Prince, and he changed it to a symbol to get away from that so he could collect the royalties for just himself, like, I would say that would be ingenious, but it doesn't sound like the case. I
don't quote me on it, but I don't think it was so he could get the royalties for himself. It was really just, it was a middle finger to his record company.
To the people making his life hard. They wouldn't negotiate.
He had more money than he could spend.
Yeah.
It was more like, you want to market Prince? Guess what? Not only is my name not Prince anymore, you can't put Prince on any of the albums because that's not my name.
So even though my hypothesis is wrong, it's about money.
Maybe.
It's all about money.
Even though my hypothesis is wrong, somehow I'm still right.
Somehow I'm still right.
I'm still right.
Todd Dillon, 100% success rate. I'm being right.
There you go.
All right, Corey, how much time we got left? Do we have time to do agreement?
We still have like a half hour left.
Excellent. It feels like it's been like almost an hour that's gone by. I don't know why.
No, sir.
Time's just flying.
Not quite.
A lot of
Not the case.
A lot of pre-game yammering.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. So let's, gentlemen's agreement. Here we go.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh, gentlemen's agreement. Oh, it's the motherfucking gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement.
All right. If no one would really wants to go first, I can pick.
I'll go first.
Nick?
I don't ever get to say that. I usually don't watch my movie. I'm not really involved in this segment as much as I should be.
That's
and
true.
We've talked about this, and I've been forgiven for all those wrongs. But
Have you, though?
I have. Actually, at the time, there was a very heartfelt conversation where it said, what we'll do is maybe we'll do yours every 2 weeks, and that never went anywhere. So, anyhow.
I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So, anyhow, I had...
Must have been drinking.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just by myself. Since these guys don't only drink coffee when we're around.
That's right. See?
Bob's Frappuccino.
Yeah.
So I had the Magnificent Seven from Cory, I believe.
Nope.
Not
Nope,
from
from
Cory,
me.
from Todd. From Todd. Okay.
Yep.
From
Yep.
Todd. And
this is the 2016 edition, right? With
yeah, I don't know if he told me which one to watch, but
No,
that's the one I watched.
I did.
So I
We
wasn't
clar-
on
we
that
clarified on
episode,
the
but
show.
I was upstairs on the phone, and I think I texted into the show or texted Corey directly saying which version. Like I heard.
Yeah,
him
we
saying,
we talked about it.
Yeah, because there is a
Yep. And I said I made sure the one
Yeah.
with Denzel.
Okay.
Okay, so, well, thank God I watched the right one. So, yeah, that's the one I watched. And usually I'm not, just completely taken aback by all these big name celebrities. And for whatever reason, I have a weird gag reflex when I see a lot of...
Too many. Yep.
Yeah, a lot of big name celebrities in a movie. I'm like, I feel like they just want to pack them in, and just so you watch it, and then the context and the acting and everything not necessarily goes out the window, but it's more about cameos as opposed to the actual plot and the acting. And that was not the case with this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was fucking awesome.
Awesome.
Denzel did a fantastic job. I feel like seeing Chris Pratt, who's in my eyes a relatively new actor. I don't watch. I know he's like in some superhero movies or some shit, but I don't watch any of that stuff.
Guardians.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I was kind of like, oh boy, and he kind of had this jackass persona about him, and I wanted not to like him. And of course, Denzel. I mean, how do you not like Denzel? But it's the things that I've seen Denzel in have been super serious things, and this is completely different. This is a Western. So you have to wrap your head around and if he of course he knocked it out of the park, and you just really see how actors can really flex the theatrical muscle when they need to, and he fit right into this role. I feel like they all did a really good job. They did a fantastic job.
Vincent D'Onofrio's character in there, I thought he's really, really, I was impressed with him. I don't normally index on the acting, but that you're right. Every one of them played their parts, and it wasn't cameos. It was all really good work. I loved that movie. I'm glad you liked it.
I feel like there was a turning point. There was an eclipse moment where it was, the good guys, we got to take care of these people. And it was, I think, at that moment that I started to be able to suspend disbelief and lose the fact that they were big name actors and familiar faces. And at that point in time, I was in that town. I was in that town watching this go down, and I was able to forget the rest of that. And I really enjoyed it. I would watch it again and again. It was fantastic. It was physically I edged up on the front of my seat, and I wanted more. I couldn't wait to see what was going to go down, and so I loved it. And
awesome.
I mean, I love Westerns, but you can fuck up a Western, or it can just be very generic. And as far as
that is true,
as far as if you were to typecast me into a cookie cutter category of what I would like and what I would not like, I feel like this was potentially a slippery slope for Todd, but he took a stab in the dark, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to try this out. He doesn't typically like a lot of big name celebrities, because it's harder to suspend that disbelief, but it
Amsterdam, exactly.
It worked.
Amsterdam was my first shot, so I knew I was going out again. Awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right, Todd, you had L.A. Originals by whom?
I did.
That was me.
Oh, hey, but sorry, Todd.
Cory.
Before you get started, we poured a shot here. I'm gonna give you a second to.
Just so you are aware, off camera, off mic, Bob did tell me I'm going hard tonight.
Yeah.
In what way?
Oh, dude, he's
normally pretty hard every night.
He's been standing at attention this whole fucking time, but that's not what we're talking about. The alcohol
drinking.
Yeah.
All right. So he's going to go hard to go.
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Cindy Brady just kind of saw that red light in the camera, and she's like,
Cory, before the show, resting right on the
Same
bag.
thing.
Right on the bag.
Except with the dick.
Full attention.
Same thing.
The second we went action.
Yeah.
Gave the nod
full
for the
full Cindy Brady right in the camera.
Gave the nod for the go ahead for the music, and that table just shook.
Boom.
You had to get pretty close to the table.
All right. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, here we go. Here, shot.
Cheers.
Salute.
Woo. All right, Todd, you had L.A. Originals.
That's the good stuff. I did. I had L.A. Originals. Good pick, Cory.
What the hell? What's it about?
Good pick, Cory.
I think
L.A.
Todd,
Originals.
Hey, I'm sorry not to cut you off, buddy, but
but I will.
I'm going to. Yeah.
This is your review, but hold on. Let me just say something.
The second I saw it, I was like, I know exactly who this is going to, and that was you, buddy. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. Yes. L.A. Originals is the story of Mark Machado, or Mr. Cartoons, the tattoo and graffiti artist, and Esteban Oriol. Basically, the guy who was around when kind of hip hop and rap music took off with Eminem and Everlast and the House of Pain guys, and when that arose, basically those guys were kind of normal people that before those acts were big that they interacted with, and these guys kind of rose to prominence because Machado began being a tattoo artist, Mr. Cartoon, that was charging $40,000 per tattoo, and then Esteban took pictures of all this and was selling all those pictures to Rolling Stone magazine, and those guys did really good. It ended kind of weird for me in that it felt like the only reason that documentary exists is because Mr. Cartoon is still an artist and still able to kind of make money doing what he was doing when he got started. Whereas Esteban, being a photographer, even though he's really, really good, is not thriving. And so it felt like this documentary was like the last money grab because it's like at the end, like one of them was kind of doing okay and one of them wasn't doing as okay. But overall, I give it a B. I think I didn't realize I'd heard of Mr. Cartoon. I saw the Modelo commercial, but I didn't know about Esteban Oriol. I didn't know how Mr. Cartoon got to be Mr. Cartoon. So if you like any hip hop music and the Eminem or especially with the Michigan Connect, take a look at this documentary. Well worth it. I give it a solid B+.
All right.
B+. Can't complain about that. Cory. Yep.
Oh, you're really gonna as I'm sitting down? Okay.
Yeah. You had to watch
Hang on.
Castaway.
Yes.
From Nick.
That's funny.
Nick was
That's really fucking funny.
very gracious enough to pick Castaway for me.
To pick your own movie.
So listen,
Yeah.
let me fill the audience in on what's going on here. So, my discography or collection movie jacket is not as large as someone like Bob or Cory or really anybody on this show. But I feel like Bob just loves movies and music, and so he just inherently...
I feel like we've established you spend all your time on the shitter with the door open, cooking in your bathroom.
I do. But Cory and Danielle are very, very TV people. All the time they're watching things, documentaries, shows, all this stuff. I don't... It's not that I don't like it. I just don't have that kind of background. And so it's harder for me to assign things because like I'll name 5 things off. Cory like,
Seen it. Fucking seen it. I've seen it.
so I'm like, so it gets a little old. And
That never gets old, just so you know.
I feel like I have... I feel like, I get the stage fright, I'm like, I don't know what to
The
say.
stage fright.
I don't know what to fucking tell you. I have to look. So instead of fighting with that and the anxiety of that, I'm like, listen, look at what I've been assigned to see over almost 3 years of podcasting, hundreds of shows. Find something you haven't seen and tell me what it is. And
Well, it's fresh in my head. And not to cut you off, Nick, sorry.
Yeah, no, okay.
But
it's just like
I know a new segment that we need to have now based on what you just did.
What's that?
The new segment has to be we every week one of us picks a topic and then you do a conversation as you and Cory back and forth on the topic that we pick.
So do you understand? I have people at work.
Hold on. This does not seem like an impossible thing for it just to happen organically. I'm not sure we need to set up a separate... He's going to do it anyway.
I have people at work that are apparent. So as you guys know, as I'm surrounded by different people, I am like a chameleon. I hear things, and when I repeat a story, I say what I hear. I'm not trying to do something.
Is that what a chameleon does?
It's just the way it is. I absorb my surroundings.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
And so apparently I do that at work too, because they've said to me like the exact same thing. Why don't you have a conversation with this person and this person and you
as this other person?
And I'm like, I'm not your dancing bear.
No. You're going about it all wrong. You say if there's a substantial salary increase, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Usually it's not my bosses. It's usually coworkers.
Well, then you go, look, this would be way interesting. I totally understand what you're saying. You need to get his buy-in on it, and if I hear from him, then I'll do it for sure.
Right. So. As from the outside looking in, I get it, but I've had people say like, "What do you go home and, like look in the mirror and like practice people's?" I'm like, no, I just emulate what I hear.
No, maintain the veneer of illusion.
Yes, I
Tell
do.
them, yeah, that's exactly what I do.
This is what I do. That's
Whatever
what
you think I do, that's what I do.
Spend all my time talking like Cory to myself in the mirror.
100%.
But I almost thought, I'm like, well, maybe this is, especially with the Cory voice, I'm like, maybe maybe this is something offensive. Like maybe this is something upsetting to him. Like maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And that all turned a corner. That all turned a corner at his wedding. That all turned a corner at his wedding when you handed me that microphone.
Yeah.
And I said, my name's Nick, but for the next couple minutes, I'm not going to be. And when I started talking like him, hundreds and hundreds of his friends.
Everybody sat up at attention, and they're like, this is the greatest night of our lives.
Hundreds and hundreds of his friends and family, which I didn't put into perspective that they had never heard this before or even knew this existed. And once that happened and people were like rolling, I wasn't saying anything funny. It was just that I sounded similar to you, that people didn't know was going to happen.
Well, I hope you're happy with yourself.
No, he looked at me. The funniest thing is he came over and he's like,
yeah,
you said something along the lines of like, as much as I fucking don't think you sound like me, thanks, buddy. Like you like.
No, I never said that night.
What did you say?
Nothing along those lines.
What did you say?
Fuck you with a big rubber dick.
So tell me what
that's
you
what he
said.
said.
Since you remember, tell me.
I never complimented it, that's for sure.
It was
You said as
hugely
much as
derogatory.
I don't believe that you sound like me, you said thank you.
No.
That
never
That sounds like something
Yes,
Pete
it
said.
did. Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
doesn't it?
exactly
It did
what
not.
Doesn't it, Todd?
Nope.
So what did you reach over and slap my hand?
Sounds
and say
like
that?
TT to me.
Does not sound like me at all, Todd.
I
Thank you.
didn't say anything.
You know, if we ever got that wedding video back, we could tell what you said, but I haven't seen it.
Working on it.
It's been over a year.
Sometimes it's
If I didn't have this fucking podcast with you, I'd probably...
sometimes it's okay for best friends to compliment each other,
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay.
even though you did not compliment me.
Well, did you?
He didn't.
No.
So anyhow,
Castaway.
Yes, Castaway, that I had to pick for
Castaway.
myself off Nick's list.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I was going through. It was between Castaway and The Outpost.
I can't believe you hadn't seen it,
No, like I like
You haven't
parts
seen The
here and there.
Outpost?
No, I haven't seen The Outpost either.
oh my
but
god,
not all the way through.
No, not the movie in its entirety.
Okay.
And I mean, how could you go wrong? It's Tom Hanks. I mean, I'm sure by now everyone knows the premise of Castaway. This is one that I'm just late to.
So was I.
So I really don't think there's much of an explanation needed. Tom Hanks, already great movie. Stranded on an island by himself. He works for FedEx. His plane goes down, gets stuck on this island. And I didn't realize there was a love story also involved in the movie.
Yeah, they kind of gloss over that. It's like bookending the movie, right?
Yeah. It's the very, very beginning of it. Helen Hunt is Kelly, his love interest in the movie, and the day that he's going on his flight, it's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And they exchange gifts in the car while she's dropping him off at the airport. And
Spoiler alert.
again, I'm pretty late to the party on this one.
When was Castaway? Was it like 2005?
1999.
99? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been fucking 24 years. I think.
Yeah.
we're
That's
good.
fast
So-
math.
I think we're
Look.
good. Please call the
Steel
shocker
trap
line
up
if you
here,
want to send us hate,
motherfucker.
though.
Keep going.
Yeah, so not knowing like the love interest in it, that was really cool to see. So yeah, he gets to the airport and gives her some crappy gifts, and she gives him an awesome gift. And then the last thing he gives her as he's walking away, which is never actually shown, but you're led to believe it's an engagement ring.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually propose to her. He just says, "Oh, you can open this on Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve."
Yeah.
And then he takes off for his flight, and then everything goes to hell. But again, too, like I didn't realize when he comes back that him and Kelly are brought back together. I thought for sure.
Hold on a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
When Todd did his review, did you put him like, biggest picture and then us kind of down the side?
Yeah.
Why are you not doing that for yourself?
I only have so many different multi-views I can use.
Yeah, it's not just the press of a button. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about it on the break.
All I'm saying is you deserve.
Yeah,
Just,
no,
just
I
'cause you're
know,
running the show,
I know.
You need to be front.
Well,
and
I'll tell you guys about it on the break.
okay.
But yeah, so him and Kelly reunite, and they end up having this moment at her house. She's married now with a kid, and they end up. She runs down in the rain and stops him from driving away. I'm like, oh, so they are going to get together. Fuck you, Nick, for picking this movie.
You love that when you
Actually,
want
I
something.
picked the movie, assign it to him, and then
Yeah,
you picked it
but
from
Cory,
his
when
list.
Cory gets an idea of what he wants to happen and it doesn't happen, he gets really
Wait,
pissed
so
off.
you did? Are you giving it a bad grade?
No.
No.
But you're just saying you didn't like the fact that he didn't get back together with Kelly?
No,
the
way that
goes on. I mean,
the way that everything was painted,
Yeah.
you were kind of like, oh, it's a movie, so of course they're going to get together.
you want the Disney ending.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't do that was kind of surprising, and but an awesome aspect of the movie. They weren't like, oh yeah, well now they're together and everything's gonna be happy and fine.
It was realistic.
So did you
wasn't
watch to the end?
Yeah, when he's taking the final package that he had, he's trying to make his final delivery, and he hits those crossroads, and he sees the truck pull up to him with a very attractive lady in it. She stops to give him directions, and he notices the angel wings on the package are the same as on the back of the truck as she's driving away.
Yeah.
And he just kind of steps out into it. He's out in the middle of nowhere, and she even says, like, you're lost, cowboy.
Yeah.
And she says, if you go down this way, there's nothing. If you go this way, you're going to hit this, this, and this. Basically you choose. And he just walks out in the middle of the intersection, and camera kind of pans out, and that's the end of it.
Right.
Which, to me, that's like, it's the metaphor for he's at a crossroad in life now of where he can go. He's alive, and he's back, and he's not. Kelly's no longer a viable option. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now he's got to make his choice of which path he's going to take next.
Right.
literally and metaphorically.
We do not know which way but remember he went to actually deliver that package to her ranch and wrote a note because she wasn't at home saying, your package, this saved my life.
Right.
It was the volleyball, right?
It would we don't know what was in the package, but it doesn't matter. He's the only one. It's the only package he never opened because it had the angel wings,
right.
And that was exactly what the Bakersfield porta potty shitter did on his raft. Was when it caught the wind, it opened up into the angel wings to get him over the huge wave and get him out past the surf where he could actually survive and leave the island. So he never opened it up but at the beginning of the movie, when they're going through like this montage of different, packages being picked up, they flash to that same ranch where there's two names over the arch over the driveway or over the basically over the entryway to the ranch. It's like Bettina and something. There is a second name there, and that package is picked up and it's delivered to somewhere in Russia. And the notion is that person that is in Russia there is cheating on her because when they flash back to the end of the movie, when he goes to deliver the package with the wings, the name after Bettina is gone.
Okay.
And it's just her. So she's the one that he runs into, so
on those roads. Okay.
It all depends on your point of view as a viewer. Do you feel like he would have been like, this is the angel wings? Because as she's driving away, he sees it on the back of the truck and realizes it's her, the one whose package saved his life. Does he go back there, or does he just strike out for points unknown and try to figure it out?
Right. Yes, that's exactly how I saw it as well. So that exactly.
Well done.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Thank you for my review.
Completely.
No, but I
give myself a solid D.
It's great though because I didn't think you see so much in regards to the advertisements and everything at the time, and we all grew up within that time period, and it was very popular. You think you know everything about the movie, and then you see it, and it's multifaceted. There's way more to the movie than you think.
Well, and that's, I mean, from what what I knew of the movie was that he was stuck on an island, and I knew FedEx was a big part of it, and I knew about Wilson,
right?
And that was it. Those were the biggest parts of the movie that you knew when it came out. Like I said, I didn't know until today, watching it, that there was that whole love story involved with it. So
I was in the same boat.
Yeah, I give it. It was a great movie. Even for as old as it is, if you haven't seen it, I definitely say go check it out.
You are welcome.
Yes.
Nice.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Just as a matter of trivia for anybody who hasn't seen Castaway with Tom Hanks and wants to check it out, from the time that his plane goes, the plane has trouble, to the time that he's rescued, there is no music whatsoever. There's no score. The only thing that they did was, before pre-crash and then post-rescue. So there's a humongous swath of the movie where all you're hearing is, all you're listening to is Tom Hanks being Castaway.
Mm-hmm.
in his surroundings. And he was in one of the coolest parts about that movie, I thought, was the fact that they shot the first part and then they stopped shooting for like 8 months. And then they resumed filming where he took that time to like lose all this fucking weight, grow his hair out, and then that's where they started filming the 4 years later part at the movie. And then they asked him, he was doing like a Comic-Con thing, and they were like, "What is in that package that you didn't open?" And he's like, "Don't you know? I'm sure it was a
He said it was like
waterproof, solar powered
GPS phone,
GPS cell phone,
yeah,
that would have got him immediately rescued,
right?
And he decided not to open it. It was the movie was really, really, really well done.
I mean, and I think, I don't know. I mean, I think like isn't everyone says like that's like the eclipse of an actor
to be able to carry an entire movie with no score and
no dialogue,
only you on the camera.
You're the only person on
You're
the
in
screen.
every shot.
You have no one to really talk to.
Everything you do is on you. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's really difficult. I can imagine.
Yeah, it was really impressive. I mean, if you study acting or you're a fan of watching good actors work, it's like a masterclass in how to do it. So I'm going to assume, Cory, that you liked it.
Yeah, no, I said it was a great movie. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend to go check it out. And as Terry said,
just the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, as Terry said, it actually is a hard movie to find nowadays on a streaming service. I had to originally. It said that it was on Paramount. It wasn't streaming free anywhere, so I was already prepared to rent it. And going through different hoops and different services, could not find it anywhere. Amazon Prime doesn't have it. On Just Watch, like it says it's on Paramount, was not on Paramount. Amazon Prime was not on there. Finally went to Apple TV.
Bob has 4 copies.
Was able to. Yeah, I figured that, but it was
if you hadn't waited until the last day before.
Well, I know, but Saturday,
I would have given it to you when we saw you at Dunham's. I would have given it to you. Yeah, I didn't know.
Saturday is my day to watch my pick usually.
Yeah.
So that's when I normally do it. I wasn't even thinking about it. I'm like Castaway from '99. You can get that anywhere. Yeah,
exactly.
but guess what? You cannot. And like I said, as Terry mentioned, I had to go through Apple TV, and then go through Freeform.
Yeah,
and I was finally able to get it free through Freeform.
So here's like a very quick rough segue, but wouldn't it be cool if like some of these streaming services where you rent a movie for $3.99 and it lasts for 48 hours, and you could potentially own the movie for $13.99? Like
if you really liked it, like you put money down and then you're gonna be like, oh, now I want to buy it,
or something similar.
Yeah.
If you wanted to watch it again, like eventually you would end up owning it. You know,
like buying an album on iTunes.
Yeah.
Like I bought one song, and iTunes does you the favor of going like, well, we originally priced this album at like $13, like say $12.99.
Yeah,
you bought a song for $1.99.
$39. Yep.
And if you really if you liked it and you want to buy the rest of the album, we'll deduct that cost and sell you the rest of the album.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, I think it would be.
I don't know why they don't do
Hollywood, get on it.
Because money.
Exactly.
That's exactly why.
I know exactly why.
If I can get your $3.99, guess what? I'm also going to take your $17.99. I'm not going to roll it all into one.
I mean, it would be a cool feature.
Yeah, it would. Oh, I totally agree. Totally agree.
All right. To round it out, I had to watch Tricky Dick and the Man in Black from Cory, which I feel like this entire segment has been Nick's worst nightmare because every single review has been like 15 minutes long.
No.
Now we're like 45 minutes for Gentleman's Agreement. Of course, we're good because you got to give your review, and now we're left with me.
No, but I also saw this.
I'm going to give you a 90-second review.
No, go, dude. I also saw this, so go ahead.
Yeah, because Cory gave it to you as well. So I will say, Tricky Dick is obviously Richard Nixon, and Man in Black is Johnny Cash. It was it's kind of set up in a documentary format. I can't remember where I saw it. Obviously, I think it's Netflix. Fairly easy to find. If you're a fan of history or you're a fan of Johnny Cash, I'll even say, if you're a fan of Richard Nixon,
God rest your
Richard Milhouse Nixon, you owe it to yourself to take a look at this this documentary because it is a good look back on the life of Johnny Cash from a different perspective from like a movie like Walk the Line, where this focuses a lot about the way he was raised his morals exactly, and his reaction to the war in Vietnam and what that did to his music, and when he was put in this position of being asked by Nixon to perform for the White House, and to in particular sing two anti-war songs, or two pro-war songs, when he was anti-war, but no one really knew it unless you were a student of his life, which you'd have to have been a really sort of a very devout follower of Johnny Cash to know. So it was a really good history lesson. It was a really good Johnny Cash lesson. I really
That's
liked
awesome.
it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Dude, you know what?
Highly
You
recommend.
know what it made me think about? It made me think that, like, Johnny Cash. I mean, it's the old adage of, it's not what you do when people are around; it's what you do when no one's around. It's the decisions that you make when nobody's listening or watching.
Yeah,
and I feel like you could transcend or take Johnny and put him in today's world, and he would still be doing what was right and fighting for good. No matter what the situation, I feel like he would be standing up for the people that had no one to stand up for them. And I think that was kind of his mantra. And I don't think it was his mantra because he wanted fame or he wanted anything. I think he just was doing what he thought was right. And that really embossed for me what I already thought about him, but it gave like a glimmer of like just a personal connection with him. Like that he was always doing the right thing just because not that he even knew that it was always the right thing, but that was just what he felt in his heart. And I think that just makes him even more an amazing person in my mind.
Stuck to his convictions and was able to, at the end of it, look himself in the mirror and still be proud of who he was.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I definitely got to watch this now.
Oh,
I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan.
Well, you know what?
so
If you hold on, depending upon how the new assignments go,
you might get lucky.
Yeah, you might get it. So
exactly. There you go.
New assignments for next week. I have drawn Cory. Cory has Todd. Look how that worked out, Todd. Todd has me and Nick. No, we can't do that because Nick can't have Nick.
Wow.
All right, this actually works. So scratch everything I just said. I have Nick, Cory has me, Todd has Cory, and Nick has Todd.
All right, Todd, you have Jingle Jangle. 2.
2?
Todd, Tricky Dick and the Man in Black.
Yes, sir. I love it. Easy.
If it wasn't that,
Cory?
yeah, go ahead. Todd has Cory, right? Yep.
Hey, Cory, have you watched What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Ooh.
What we do in the
you go.
shower or the shadows?
What We Do in the Shadows.
Nope. That will be my pick.
Now wash my thigh.
Sorry, what did you give Todd? Nick?
What?
What'd you give Todd?
Tricky Dick and the Man
Tricky
in
gave
Black.
me Tricky Dick.
Okay, got it. I got it.
It was either going to be that or I was going to give Cory the one he has not seen, which I was going away.
I'm excited about what I gave you, Cory. I'm excited because you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it.
Son of a bee sting. All right. Who do I have? I've got Nick.
I get
Okay.
excited when Bob has me because
Nick, you got
sometimes he really.
Nick, you got the bear.
He misses a lot when he has you.
That's all out the fucking window this week, bitch, because you got the
I
bear.
love to see Aaron Airball.
All right. The Bear.
The bear.
Da Bears.
Nope. Duh.
I think he'll like it.
Duh.
I think he'll like it. I think you gave him a good one.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say I expect to get an A or better.
How do you get better?
A+, bitch. A+++.
Okay, there's a lot of bitches that I'm really uncomfortable
Look,
with.
bitch.
Look, bitch, stop being a bitch, bitch.
I think I explained myself pretty adequately. So
I feel like this is 1990s Britney Spears that I'm sitting next to.
all right, Cory, you got me. What are you going to give me here?
Let me ask you one thing. How familiar are you with the show American Gladiators?
Very. I've already seen the documentary.
Okay. Well, then there goes that.
You want to hook me up later? We don't have to do it on the air.
You have American Pain.
Wait, hold on. I think I like my idea of you hooking me up later.
Nope. Then we can wait till later, and I'll tell you American Pain later.
Okay. I feel like this has nothing to do with American Gladiators and has everything to do with serial killers.
No. Dude, I'm done with the serial killer stuff with you. We're good on that.
You're supposed to sign something we think you'll like.
Dude, I fucking guarantee you there's somebody killing somebody in this thing.
Nope.
I'm fucking calling it right now.
Okay, he just said no.
Yeah, I heard him say it. Means nothing to me.
Okay.
All right, are we done? I think we're done.
Is there going to be a shot to take us out of this episode?
Well, there could be.
I mean,
should we do that?
You've got 2
Cory.
fifths sitting next to you. So,
Hold on, Cory.
I'm holding. You guys got to really.
Cory, catch! Cory, catch!
Oh, this is a great idea.
Cory, cap's not on.
Yeah, it's all over all the equipment.
Oh, I took the cap off. Did I not mention?
Trying to make it easier for you.
I didn't screw it on all the way. Sorry, buddy.
Todd, it's not often that we close the episode with a shot.
It is not often that we do
I can't
that.
remember the last time we did do this.
Guys.
Oh, yeah. Now that we're wrapping the episode up, guess who comes on?
Who's that?
Gina!
Fucking, yeah, Gina.
Nope.
Gina,
Actually,
just in time for the second
that's
episode of the night.
That's not true. She actually showed up about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, she just said something.
She just showed up. Yeah.
I'm sure it was witty and quotable.
Are we going to
Yes.
do this
Hi,
shot,
boys.
Or are we going to keep freaking...
Hi, boy.
Solancha!
Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost.
That's it.
That's the good stuff.
You take us out.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This has been the Schnozzcast. If you're listening, come and join us for possibly our next live show, which may be very soon. If not, have a good weekend. Be good to yourselves, and that's it.
And others.
No, just yourself.
Yourself.